It's time to chase. Let's pull it. I don't know how long this video is going to be. I really don't. But I do know one thing. This video is going to end one of two ways. It is either going to end with us pulling a chase card that exists within a case of Fabled, or it is going to end with us crashing and burning miserably. So if you are into either one of those two types of finishes, this is the video for you. But let's do a little bit of background and talk about this. So what should be coming up on screen right about now is two different booster boxes. These are going to be the two boxes that we have not opened from the first case of Fabled that we have been working on the channel. If you have not been watching the first couple episodes of those two booster boxes on the channel, first of all, go check those videos out. We had a lot of fun. However, spoiler alert, I'm going to give it like 1.5 seconds to pause if you don't want to hear the spoiler. Okay, sounds good. So I would guess that out of those two boxes that we have opened within the case, I can pretty confidently say that we opened the third and the fourth best boxes in the case. And the reason I say that is because not only have we not pulled the chase card, we also haven't even found a Dumbo, like just a legendary Dumbo, right? Which is obviously that's what you're looking for. Now, while there might only maybe be one of those in a case, you would hope maybe two. We haven't even found that yet. So I would think there's a pretty good chance that we are going to find that in here today. And so the way that this video is going to work is very simple. We're going to open the first box. If we pull the enchanted or maybe even the iconic, how amazing would that be? The video is done. I'll finish the box, but then we're going to keep the other one sealed. If we swing and miss on the first box, we will open the second box and we will try to have some fun along the way without being too stressed. I mean, come on, we're opening packs, right? We're supposed to be having some fun with this. So with all that out of the way, okay, let's get started. Let's do this. And as I'm opening up the boxes, or hopefully just the one box, I do also want to give a quick call out and just you know, before I start opening the boxes or opening the packs and forget about it, I do just want to shout each and every one of you out and just say thank you all so much. We did hit 5,000 subscribers on the channel, you know, and got a lot of just really nice just words of encouragement and congratulations and things like that. So just know that we thank each and every one of you. And the other thing I'll say for the long term is that this is just the beginning. My wife and I, we love doing this channel. We love making content for y'all. And we don't plan on stopping anytime soon for no other reason that we just love doing it, and we love interacting with all of you. So thank you so much for that. In the short term, if you know, you know, there will also be a very special episode coming on Sunday, so be on the lookout for that, and it may just possibly have a very special announcement in it as well. So be on the lookout for that, but for now, here we go. And what I will say as I'm opening this is, look, this, I always do my best to give you all the real, okay? And the two things I'm gonna say about this as I'm opening packs, the first one, I'm just gonna be real with you. At this point, I have very clearly thought out to myself, like, what would I want to pull? What wouldn't I want to pull? And like, let's be optimistic here, right? It's not like if we, you know, like, look, we'd love to pull Mickey and Minnie. That would be amazing. But like, for a moment, let's just say, okay, well, what if we don't pull that? Like, let's talk about some other things that we would love to pull, because we would love to pull some other things, right? I can honestly think of about, out of the, you know, however many cards it is, 18, you know, 18 cards. I would say, like, truly, I would be extremely happy with like half of them. I really would. And then, yeah, there's maybe another half where I'd be like, oh, okay. I mean, hey, at least, like, that would be sort of clearing the bar of, at least we didn't strike out. At least we pulled the chase card. I'm going to give you the real. We're going to assess the card, hopefully when. We're going to speak that into existence. When we pull it, and there is a legendary Hades. My guy here, I am pretty sure that my boy here has been in every single box to this point. It's been a Hades in every box. I can't say I'm mad at it though. Like, that card is a little something right now. So if I'm going to pull multiple of a legendary, I have zero issue with that. And then what's behind Hades? We have Jafar. So that leads me to the second thing I was going to call out. You know, I'd be lying if I said that, you know, in the back of my mind, every single pack that goes by that we don't pull something, in the back of my mind, that doubt will creep in just a little bit more. Just by a fraction, just tiny, very tiny. So I'm just hoping that I can do this sooner rather than later, man. Shenzi into Pluto. I mean, I feel like also most of the enchanteds that I pull, and of course, yes, there is that iconic chance, but up until Fabled, right? Because there were no iconics before Fabled. Like, every enchanted, I feel like, at least most of them that I've pulled, I feel like they come in the first half of the box. That could be just my imagination, playing tricks on me. But I do feel like the box is usually hottest for me in the first half of the packs. So I'm hoping that we bump into something right here, right now. And by right now, I mean the next pack. But yeah, I mean, I will say, we're also looking to clear that Dumbo threshold as well. Because, I mean, like, obviously I haven't pulled it, which means I don't own it yet. So hopefully we can do that. But yeah, this episode, we're grinding through this together. We're chasing this down together. I mean, this is one where I usually have other commentary that I like to give. I'm going to do my best to do that, but ooh, beautiful Jasmine right there. I'll tell you what. So this is a great example here of if I were to pull her, I'd be very happy with that. It's a beautiful, beautiful card. Disney princess, we're checking boxes. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'd be very happy with that. You would not hear me complain about that at all. Would be very happy to see it. But yeah, I mean, honestly, there's a lot of them, man, that I would be like, I'd be happy with. You know, I mean, even like, because again, like even something like Eye to Eye, like that man, Goofy movie is my childhood, man. So, you know, some folks, you know, might be like, I didn't watch Goofy movie. You know what I'm saying? But like I did, and so I would love that. Also, like the artwork of them going like that, it's sick. So I'd be cool with that. I'd be happy with that. I'd also be lying if I said like I'm a very like stat driven kind of guy, and like, you know, numbers and stuff. I mean, hey, like believe me, I understand that what the ratios are of pulling the iconics, but I mean, like, let's say that there is if we do find a chase card in here, it's, hey, the odds get just a little bit better. Ooh, Circle of Life, beautiful. Another one, would love to see it. I've been very outspoken that is like that is my, for nostalgia purposes, that's the one I want. It really is. Like, because again, it's like when you think about like, well, how much is it worth? It doesn't really matter if you're keeping it forever. And like when I pull this, like hopefully when I pull it, if I ever pull it, or if not, I'll buy it. I'm gonna have it forever. So that would be amazing. And I've always thought to myself, how cool would it be to have a Circle of Life behind a Circle of Life? Show me Circle of Life. It's okay. We'll just keep going. Just keep going. Just keep going. What else? Honestly, I think it'd be interesting to see I'm not gonna lie. Okay, let's. I promised you I'd give you the real. Let's talk about one that like. Hold on. I'm gonna get through a pack here before I say it, because knowing me, I'll say it and then I'll pull it. But if I had to say one that I don't want to pull, it's not that I don't want the card, because I actually really do want the card, but the Mickey Steamboat, I don't want to pull that, because if you haven't noticed that card lately, we are starting to have prices finally go down a little bit for the Fabled Enchanteds, at least the ones that aren't played in the meta and stuff like that. That one is like completely cratering. That's a good thing. I got my mind set on like maybe making a play for one of those here pretty soon. So, just to kind of start working through things, right? Like kind of start building out the collection of Enchanteds, the Fabled Enchanteds, things like that. So I mean, if I pull it, I'd be super happy, and like I'd love that artwork, but it's also like that's one that I can like go pluck off and maybe go like kind of get myself, right? It's not a $400, $350 Dumbo. You know what I mean? Like that would be kind of be nice, So anyway, ooh, Scar. I have no idea why in my head I thought that this is another one, man. I think it would not shock me if I've pulled Hades and Scar in every box. Because the Scar that I pulled, I'm pretty sure I pulled the cold foil Scar. So hey, again, from a value standpoint, we're happy. We're happy to see it. All right, what do we got behind my boy here? Thought I could maybe just kind of tug it. I don't know. Where are we at with legendaries? Hades, Scar, Circle of Life. Is that where we're at? Man, good little run there. Nice little spread. Nice little buffet of legendaries. We like to see it. Positivity. So many packs left. So many packs left. Still so many packs left. Even after that non-hit. So many. It's gonna happen. Positivity. Positive vibes. Put it out there in the universe. You're gonna get that energy back. Here we go. Come on. See what we can do here. Come on. I will say, I am happy to see, even like, honestly, I think even like that Jasmine Rare. I'm not saying I haven't pulled that card. I'm sure I've pulled that card at this point. Not in cold foil though. Like, I just feel like I would have remembered it, and she looks great. She really does. So like, it just goes to show that it's not just the chase cards that are getting boned up with from an artwork perspective. They're just killing it. They're just absolutely killing it right now. It's just a privilege to be able to open these packs right now. If I'm just being honest, then it's wonderful to see. I think it's been pretty underrated how much they've dominated the oh my gosh. I swear I'm gonna get used to the epic thing. I'm still not fully used to the epic thing, but that is such a good one. Why is it a good one? It's a good one because I've not pulled this one yet. I don't think I've doubled up on the same epic. I love to see something like that. My boy Robin Hood looks great. That is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Love to see that. Love to see that. Let's put him in the epic pile. There we go. Love to see it. Okay. You know, my gut, like, I think some of it is if I see sometimes, like, what does your eye catch as you're flipping to the hit? Do you look at the card or do you look at the symbol? Right? Like, so I go back and forth between both. I feel like when I look at the card, I'm like, cool, epic. It's an epic, right? Because like you kind of know. It's like, dude, I've seen that Robin Hood a million times because it's a reprint. I've seen that a million times. But when I look at the logo and it's like something so different that's just beaming at my face, I'm just like, oh my gosh! Like, and so I caught a glimpse of the logo I caught a glimpse of the rarity symbol that time. Caught a glimpse. Ooh, yo! See, now here we go. See, now this is the good stuff right here. This is the good stuff. So, one of you lucky folks is going to be using this in your steel deck here pretty soon. So, good stuff. We all win. Everyone wins. Awesome. But yeah, I swear I'm going to get used to the epics. I really am. But they still startle me at times. They really do. But hey, I think I'm on like 5 epics now, maybe 6, and it hasn't been. First of all, 2 of them were these, which is cool. But yeah, I'm pulling different epics. That's really good because, like I've always said, I have been saying, I do think the epics, like finishing those, that's attainable. You can chop your way through enough packs where I do think that's very attainable. So love to see it. Into a bell, tick tock. Would love that enchanted of bell. Accomplished mystic. That would be. We'd take that. That would be fantastic. Reprint, obviously, the one we just pulled right there, a lot cheaper than where she first originated from, which right now I'm forgetting which set that is. Someone in the comments will let me know on that, and I appreciate you for that. Okay, standout, Jafar, Strength of Raging Fire, exactly what I'm talking about. Tink, very good card. Into our first location, cold foil of the opening. Tell you what, at a bare minimum, if I don't get anything, or at least what we're looking for out of this box, I hope we can at least snag 2 epics, ideally that I don't have, and or Dumbo. I would still look at that as a dub. So let's see what we can do there. Sisu, are we getting closer? Cruella DeVille. Have to say we probably passed the halfway point, that halfway threshold. So nothing would make me happier than to kind of prove my logic wrong here of like, well, typically it's the first half of the box. I would love that. Oh man. Now I've got thoughts of like any pack could be the pack, and that's a wonderful feeling. Really should try and carry that energy with you as you open, especially like blisters. Keep that energy. That energy of like, this could be it. This could be the collection changer right here. That's good energy. And I will say I do like doing these chase videos because of that, because where it's like, look, like, I mean, because I haven't really caught a, like a terrible break, at least not on camera. I think I have opened a case and got nothing. That happened once, and those, you rarely remember the W's, but the L's are usually burnt into your brain pretty good. I do remember that L. But not on camera. Like, so when it's like, oh, we're going to do this and we're going to go until we, you know, whatever. Usually those have worked out, right? So, hey, definitely hope we keep that streak going and hopefully finding some wood to knock on or something. It's a wood table over here. All right, here we go. Come on. Anyone could be the life changer. Well, collection-wise at least. Jasmine, Winnie the Pooh, Goofy. Okay. We have arrived at our first epic that I have pulled. I forget. I know my wife and I, when she was in Florida and she brought product back, I think that's where we pulled this one from, but I do have that one. So we finally arrived. However, on camera, I don't know if I've pulled it. So that is cool. It's good that we at least make a documentation of that, but we have finally arrived at what I believe is my first double epic, which is pretty good that took, I don't know if that's average or if that's good. I couldn't really tell you, but I don't know. I mean, I feel like that's pretty good. I feel like that's like 6 or 7 epics to get to a dupe. Pretty good. All right, and that is also 2 epics in a box. Love to see something like that, right? Where we are, what is it, like 1.5 per box? Stitch into Sudden Chill. Now if there's a weird rarity popping at my face, now I'm gonna freak out. And if it's a 3rd epic, that'd be weird for other reasons. Because this would be something that I also would want to know from y'all. Like, have any of y'all, have you guys pulled 3? Crazy if y'all have pulled 4. Like 4 would be absolutely bonkers. But have any of y'all pulled 3? I don't know that I've heard or seen of much of that. Maybe in a trove. I've heard of it in the troves. I have heard the troves are pretty juiced this time around with Fabled. Super into Tink, into Cinderella. I've heard a lot of success stories out of the troves, which is really cool because at some point we're probably going to get to a spot content-wise where I'm just like, dude, I got to break my enchanted streak with the trove boxes because, as y'all know, I've just, I don't want to say bad luck with that, just bad luck pulling an enchanted. The legendary luck's off the charts, which is awesome, but yeah, it just hasn't been good on the enchanted side. Aurora into Raya. Okay. I can now officially say that I can see the bottom of the box, which is a riddle. What's the answer to that riddle? How many packs does that mean that we have left? That means we have 3 packs left. So here we go. Can we pull out a little bit of magic? Theoretically, this video could end here pretty soon, but otherwise, like I'll tell you what, your boy is already like getting ready to reload here. All right, Curse Merfolk into LeFou. Yeah, we're mentally, it's okay. I'm already locked in. I'm already locked into the next box. It's right here. The vision is right here. I see it. I can't even believe that it's staring me in the face right now. I can't even believe we're even considering the fact that we're at this point. But here we are. Can't fight fate. Can't do it. All right, here we go. Let's see what we can do. Got Aladdin. Into Mickey. 1 jump ahead. Winnie the Pooh. Queen of Hearts. Roxanne. Robin Hood. Super Alice. Legendary John Silver. Love to see that. Oh, and Circle of Life. That is absolutely beautiful. I will say that is fantastic. You know, that's a good call. I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think to call that out, that we haven't seen a legendary cold foil. And typically when we don't get typically when we don't get an enchanted, in this case an iconic, now I got to keep prefacing that. Typically we do see the legendary cold foil. So really cool to see that. We are down to the last pack. Now my mind is starting to race to some other things. So we're going to get through this pack here, but I do have some thoughts. But before I give those thoughts, I don't want to speak prematurely. This could be one of the best packs ever. Let's see what we got here. It is the last pack of what is presumably box 1 of 2. Let's see what we can do here. Tinkerbell, Pirate's Life, Elsa, Queen, Max Goof, into a beautiful Pluto rare. But we're going into extra innings, y'all. We're going in to overtime. What I will, okay, before, honestly, I'm just going to ramble a little bit here because I honestly need to, it's probably going to be one of the longer videos I've ever done, first of all. But second of all, this leads me to now start thinking about other things. The first thing that I think about immediately is, man, this is either going to be like the best box that I've ever opened in Lorcana, or bummer. Because we still haven't pulled the Dumbo. And so like if technically if we tick off those 2 boxes, we're gonna pull a Dumbo and we're gonna pull theoretically an enchanted or an iconic. So there's that. The second thing that comes to mind as we start opening this box is, I don't know. I mean, look, I'm coming into this with fresh eyes, just like all y'all. I don't pretend to know what's going on. But I'll tell you, in moments like this, when there's reason to be optimistic, or if I need a pep talk, which both are kind of the case right now, maybe I start saying something to myself like, maybe 3 boxes are kind of a little bit on the downside because we're about to pull an iconic. Maybe. I don't know how they do these boxes. Maybe a case has Dumbo and an enchanted in it, or you just get an iconic. I don't know. I don't know how it goes. But here we go, y'all. We're in it together, no matter what. We love this hobby. Gonna be some W's, definitely gonna be some L's. But we love it. That's why we do it. So here we go. Let's lock in, because every pack could be the pack, and I am. Excuse me if I zone in a little bit here. I'll try to not string multiple packs together where that's the case, but come on, baby, come on. Show me a little energy here. Show me a little love. Let's do this thing. Come on. Goofy. Aladdin. Because I'm so prepared for it, and like I'm waiting for it, usually when it comes out of nowhere, blisters or the troves, or, well, I wouldn't know about the troves in a long time, but when I pull something big out of like a blister, usually like I just freak out because of like, that came out of nowhere. Like, honestly, I just chop through a lot of blisters. You know, I mean, that's just what I do. Here, I'm waiting for it. So you're gonna get a pretty genuine reaction out of me in terms of how I feel about the card. Like, I mean, that's kind of where we're at right now. Robin Hood into Rose Lantern. I mean, theoretically, if this is a great box and we check everything off, we have hopefully a chase card, we have a Dumbo, and 1 or 2 epics. So, along with some legendaries. So, I mean, theoretically, this box should be like banging. I mean, but man, like, I gotta tell you, that's a lot of ground to cover in one box. I'm just not used to it. So, like, we'll see how this goes here. Ariel, Cusco, Develop Your Brain, Aurora, Pirate's Life, Robin Hood, Maui. Ooh, beautiful Elsa. This might be the first time that I've seen Elsa on the reprint side in Fabled. So it's beautiful to be able to at least say that we saw her. Love to see it. Love that I'm seeing a different legendary. Love that I'm seeing immediately right off the bat something different than I've seen in the other 3 boxes. Like I've said, it's Hades, it's Scar. It's like I've seen those. Like, so, like the start of things. I don't know. I just out of it, I couldn't just yank it. I had to look. I might be doing a little bit of peeking here and there. I really might. I'm just waiting for it at this point, right? And hey, it's not sitting here saying that, you know, we're owed it or anything like that, but I'm just saying that, like, this is it. Like, this is the box. So if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen here. So my antennas are up. Sven. Okay, into Simba. Into Stitch, immediately into Stitch, back to back legendary. How about it? Into Genie. Okay. I think I've pulled that Stitch, but I'm forgetting, because we did a trove opening together. One of our most recent videos, I'm pretty sure, and I forget if I pulled it there or I forget. I've definitely pulled the reprint Stitch though. Elsa, I'm not sure. So that's good. I just like that we're starting out with something other than Hades. No offense, love my guy Hades, but that was the consistent start with the other 3 boxes. So, oh my gosh, is that 3 in a row? Yikes. Okay, hey, like it's okay. Well, that's good. Like I said, if we're gonna see multiple legendaries and we're gonna see epics and an enchanted or something like that, and maybe even a Dumble, like, hey man, we got ground to cover. So I'm happy to see it. And into the next pack. So hey, we got places to be, and so hey, this box almost had to have started out fast. If it didn't start out fast, I'd be concerned. Like that would be like, man, like we really got to get moving here. So strategically, I'm happy to see it. All right, Donald Duck, Judy, Nala, good card, Ursula into Pluto. Oh boy. Starting to feel more real. Every pack, the thought. But we don't think about things like that. We don't let that doubt creep in. We don't do it. We would never do it. Hey, if it doesn't happen, I will say it's not always the worst thing to document that as well. I'm not sitting here by any stretch of the imagination telling you that I'd be happy about it. I would be very unhappy, and that would probably come through on camera, right into Simba. But what I would say is sometimes it's good to document that because it's part of the journey, man. You got to take the good with the bad. It's like, I mean, I'd be like, if someone tells you that they open a ton of packs and they've never had a hot streak, they're probably not remembering. Like, oh, nothing good has ever happened to me. That's probably a little dramatic. But on the other hand, if they say, well, nothing bad has ever happened to me, all I do is pull fire, that's probably a little dramatic the other way, right? There's always good with bad. There's ups, there's downs. It's just the way it goes. We're about to experience one of those right here in this box. I promise you that. Alice into Cruella de Vil. That's what this box guarantees. This box guarantees it's either going to be a memory. It's going to be a memory. It's going to be a memory, guaranteed. Whether that's a good or a bad memory, I don't know. But tell you what, we're going to do it together. All right. Tell you what. Tops of the packs have been a little bit stickier, and that's the first time. Usually I'm good for a pack ripping comment, like first 5 to 10 packs, but done really good at not doing that lately. But I will say we've been grinding it out. Into Genie, into Winnie the Pooh. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. There's also the idea that I would just love to pull an iconic for y'all. Trust me when I say that those will find their way into my collection at some point when the time is right, and I will come on the channel and flash them for you. But man, I would love to pull one for you guys. Like, that'd be so sick. Mulan into Ariel. That would just be so sick, right? Like, that would be, I mean, instantly best or second best pull ever. I mean, just like standard. I mean, like no question. Like, easily clears the bar of second best pull ever, maybe best pull ever. I know we have a lot of new peeps joining the channel. I've told the story numerous times, but I randomly opened 3 first chapter packs, like back when like it was just first chapter in Floodborn. So like long time ago, like my wife fanned out like 10 blisters, and she's like, "You pick 3, I'll pick 3, and we'll keep a few sealed." And Elsa was in one of my packs, which is like, now when you like look back and think about it, like that's wild. I mean that is truly the story that I'll always be able to have of like, bro, it can happen any place, anytime, anywhere. Like any pack can be your moment. Like I never, stuff like that never really happened to me, before. But like, man, I'll tell you what, when that lightning bolt hit me, I was like, man, it really can happen at any point. So how about right here? Jafar, man, dude, I mean, gosh, oh my goodness, man, what a roller coaster. I mean, dude, we're midway through this box, bro. I mean, jeez, man, come on. Oh my goodness. All right, hey, I'm just gonna stay positive and say, hey, that means something banging is coming, something really good is coming here. All right, dig a little deeper. Wildcat, Little John, Eye to Eye. One Last Hope into Poor Unfortunate Souls. Hopefully that card's not foreshadowing. All right. All right, deep breath. Deep breath. It's a marathon, not a sprint. All right, Prince Naveen, Rose Lantern, Hans, Daisy, Dig, Mob Song, Second Star, Prince Philip. Yeah, I mean, there's no playing around at this point. Like, there's no y'all know how I'm feeling. Like, there's no, like, I'm not gonna hide it from you. Like, every pack that goes by that I don't pull this card, like, oh my gosh. Because it's like, it's truly like the emotion is going one way or another. Like, it's not like, you know, I mean, it's either like we're psyched or that's a huge bummer. It's not like an in between, like, oh, pretty good box. Like, no, there's no pretty good box here. Like, that's what the first 3 boxes were for. This box is that's great or that ain't great. Like, all right, Shere Khan into Mickey Mouse into Ursula. Man, we have gone. Let's pause. Let's pause here. Just a brief pause. A little like intermission here, like just a moment to catch our breath and speak to the fact that like I've opened half this box and I guess I have pulled 3 legendaries, right, back to back to back. So that's probably what's then taking the place of like us going on a string here of like, I don't know, right? So that's fair. I mean, theoretically, man, like if like we still have about 4 or 5, probably 5. Packs. I mean, like, so anyway, things should start heating up. Hopefully they do. We'll see. I mean, at a bare minimum, we'll hopefully hit some ratios like, you know, legendaries and stuff like that. I mean, that I would assume ratios, right? Like, eventually we're going to hit some ratios, of course. But beyond the ratios, there are a couple of other things that we are searching for. Wow. Wow. It's a beautiful card. It's a beautiful card. I would know. I just saw it last box. I'm not even going to begin. This is already such a long video. I am not even going to think about it. But man, oh man. Whew. It's not indicative of anything, but man, when you pull that legendary cold foil, man, like, all right, here we go. Ursula into Peter Pan's Shadow, oh, man, that brought me back. That really brought me back. Honestly, like, that picked me up. This is my number one epic that I wanted to pull. That is so amazing, dude. Seriously, that is like super, super, super special. Can't believe it. Nice Elsa box. We got legendary and an epic. That immediately, I needed that. I just needed that. I really did. That felt really good. Hey, you know what? If we get through this box and there's no enchanted or no, you know, iconic or whatever, at least I'll go back and say to myself, you know what though? Like, hey, we got a consolation prize. It's at least enough to convince myself of a silver lining. That's what I'm going to tell myself. That was a good pack. We needed that pack in that exact moment. We really did. That Circle of Life scared the crap out of me. All right, here we go. We're still in it. If I'm seeing it right, y'all, I think we got 6 packs left. So, man, it is really coming down to the wire here. Ariel into Magic Feather, into PJ Pete. Here we go. It rolls on. It rolls on. And let's see what we can do here. We have Tink. We have Tiana. We have Winnie the Pooh. Jasmine. Dolores. Powerline. Lilo. Grid card. Into Pirate's Life. I just didn't really think we'd get here, if I'm being honest with you. I kind of just figured it would happen at some point, you know? It's okay, though. It's alright. We're here. We're ready. Enchantress. Benja. Belle. Coconut Basket. Camilla. Wildcat. Li Shang. Philatites. Pocket Watch. Camillo. Hope there's an enchanted in one of these packs. Or an iconic, I guess. Here we go. Alright, y'all. Well, if you stuck around this long, first of all, thank you. I appreciate you very much. It's a longer video. And you're about to see something. Your patience is going to be rewarded because you're either about to see an extreme high or an extreme low. One jump ahead. 2 packs left. Wow. Here we go. I'm actually like, I'm borderline like shaking at the thought of like, it's guaranteed that 1 or 2 packs from now, something very influential is about to happen, which is crazy. All right. Aurora. Medallion weights. Little John. Huey. Aurora. Power line. We are down to the last pack of the case. Y'all, regardless of what's in this pack, we love y'all. We appreciate you all. Thank you for coming on the journey. If you haven't subscribed yet, I would do that because you know what? Regardless of what's in this pack, we're going to open a lot more of this. That I promise you. Let's enjoy this and let's see what we can do. We have Julieta, we have Card Soldiers, we have Olaf, we have Look at This Family, we have Bruno Madrigal, and the final card of the entire case is... It is a Goofy Epic, which is such a weird way to end that case. So what I will say is it happens. It can happen to anybody. And this is it. Honestly, I always tell myself, like, prepare for anything, right? There could be good, there could be bad, but always be prepared for these types of things because it's good to have perspective on both sides of things. Y'all, this is living proof, documented proof that it can happen. All right. It absolutely can. It's the way it goes. If you are collecting, and you're opening things by the case, it truly can happen. And there's going to be times where y'all, something great will happen, right? Like you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that happened, right? And then there's going to be those times where it just doesn't go your way. The advice I would give you, always take the good with the bad, be positive, keep your head up because at the end of the day, we're opening packs and having fun. All right, y'all, that's going to do it for today's video. If you enjoyed today's content, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Go get in the Discord, links down in the description. Obviously, we didn't pull anything in our case, but there have been so many amazing fire pulls that have been happening in the Discord. It's been amazing to see people pulling stuff. Go interact with us in there. We want to see you in there. And until next time, we're eternally grateful for you all, and we'll see y'all on the other side. Peace out.